Welcome back to the MVP's Lounge. I'm your host, as always, the King, joined by fellow MVP Frank White. Frank is here to crash out once again for you people because, unfortunately, people just continuously say dumb things online. Not everybody deserves a platform to just be speaking words into a mic all the time, and we're going to discuss that. But before we get to that, Frank, how you doing today?
We got to start putting tariffs on podcast mics.
We do. 1000%. Got to start putting tariffs on podcast mics. Like, yo, people just be saying anything out here. Like, you got Kevin Nash out here just saying any old thing. And don't get me wrong, some things I've agreed with what he stated. You know, he helped out, what's her face, Raquel.
Yeah.
And he's spoken some facts before about other people.
Yeah,
but the most recent thing he just said.
He's spoken on some things before, but certain shit you just need to keep to yourself. All right, so boom. Y'all know what we here for. That bullshit that Kevin Nash just said earlier today. I already know what we talking about. Kevin Nash, a white wrestler who wrestled in the New Generation and Attitude Era. Respected by a lot of people. Granted, hell, I had some semblance of respect for him at some point in time. Don't know about right about now. But he decided to weigh in on Javon Evans, who's a 21-year-old black kid from, just getting onto the main roster. And he's just said some shit that's flat out tone deaf and low-key racist as hell. All right, so boom, like off the gate, but let's be real, Kevin Nash ain't stupid. He may not have been a malicious and an overt sense as far as what he was saying, but that don't mean what he said lacks any harm. Doesn't mean that it wasn't harmful. You know what I mean? Like, because that ain't what he intended, that don't mean he erased the impact. You can look up and down Twitter and see that wasn't the fucking case. And the intention of what he said is not what's going to get dissected. What he actually fucking said and its impact is what's going to be dissected. This nigga said,
my man said,
is too Mr. Bojangles and not urban enough. What the fuck? Are you serious right now? In 2026, you just said a black kid was too Mr. Bojangles?
Yo, the phrasing of all that, a little bit too Mr. Bojangles for me. I wish he was a little bit more urban. I was like, yo, what?
Nigga, what? Like, first of all, Mr. Bojangles, that's a reference that definitely got layers. Like, it's about basically historically, black entertainers, entertaining white people. Basically, essentially, them they're calling the man a coon. I got a problem with that off rip because, like, you using words and phrases you might have heard growing up around black folks. I don't give a damn if you don't know what it means. You should keep your mouth shut. Don't assume shit. You know what I'm saying? That whole I want him to be more urban.
I just Googled it. I looked up an image. I see a dude tap dancing.
Exactly my point, bro.
Oh hell no.
Exactly my point.
You gotta slide on Kevin Nash.
Like, what do you mean, bro?
We gotta slide on Kevin Nash.
He need to be more urban. What the fuck is you talking about? Whenever I hear people say that, and it's always white people, let's keep it real. Urban. Whenever urban is what they use, it translates to basically saying that's what they use for black. That's corporate black. Whenever you hear urban, I want him to act more black in a way that I see black folks at, basically the black that I'm comfortable with. That's what I want him to do. That's exactly what that means. I want him to act black in a way that says I'm cool and comfortable with it. Racism and a button down is what he's saying.
Pretty much, because it's like and we pointed it out before. He's 21 years old. Like,
so,
like.
So
like,
that
what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Right?
And I know it's gonna be some people whining, bitching them on and trying to defend Nash. Cool. I'm gonna kick your back in too. But the people talking about Samo, you being too sensitive, he ain't mean it like that. I don't give a fuck what he didn't mean. His intent does not get rid of the impact that statement has, especially from a group of people who've been supportive because we thought you fucked with us. You casually using a term that historically been used to stereotype, pigeonhole, and market black folks, then don't get to hide behind that's not what, you can't use that word and then try to say, that's not what I meant. People get judged off the statements by what the statement does, not just about what you meant. Then, of course, you're going to have some white folks and probably even some fools talking about some, man, Kevin Nash grew up around black people. He always supported black. That's cool. I don't give a fuck about none of that. That means he had proximity to black culture. He ain't of it. I don't give a damn if he was listening to rap in the 90s and wearing FUBU and shit. I don't give a damn. That don't make him black.
That make it worse, actually. That make it worse actually, because then those are the same people that say, "Hey, I've been around black people," so they feel
That's
comfortable enough to say these
exactly.
things.
I've been around black. That's the problem. A lot of them get around black folks and they get that comfortability to think they can speak how black people speak to one another, and it's like you don't. You're a visitor here. Ain't it simple? I don't give a damn. You can be liberal leaning all you want. It doesn't immunize you from bias. And consuming black culture is not the same thing as understanding black culture. And even if you understand it, that don't mean you own it because you're not black. You don't get to determine what's black enough for somebody just because you know all the lyrics to Juice. Well, maybe he was just talking about his marketability. Marketable to who? Because whenever you say urban enough, to me, what that says is there's a very specific aesthetic you talking about when it comes to blackness and how it sells. Basically, there's a version of a black person or blackness or black identity that white people are comfortable with. And that's the problem. The black they comfortable with buying. That's stereotyping. That's you trying to manage a stereotype. What I don't understand is why is it that black wrestlers have to be urban enough or anything of that nature, but we'll question white wrestlers about being suburban enough. Y'all ate John Cena the fuck up because he acted like what y'all think black people act like. Oh, he was edgy and hardcore because he acted like a black person. It's the exact reason you love Roman Reigns and the Samoans, especially Jacob Fatu. It's the palatable blackness that you're able to accept because it's not coming from someone that's actually black. Ain't nobody saying white wrestlers gotta be, so why are they more suburban? Why are they more rural? Why are they more corporate? The standard has only ever been applied one way, and we know which way that is. It's not just about the wrestling, it's about the characters. Exactly my point. That's the problem. This shit been going on for decades. This ain't just a Javon Evans thing. This has been going on for decades. Before I was alive and since I've been alive, black wrestlers have always been commodified to, into certain lanes of narrow-minded visions, because, tunnel vision by white folks that was in charge because they didn't know or understand black culture, which is why The Rock's father and Tony Atlas was in a tag team called the Soul Patrol, even though The Rock's father is a black Canadian.
Never mind the fact we had Shaq Gaspard in the Crime Time with his boy.
That's my point. It's always narrow lanes. It's the street guy, like Crime Time, the hype man, like Prince Nana, the rapper. That's what basically Crime Time was too. Both of them was just cosplaying 50. Is blackness turned into a gimmick, something that can be exaggerated, packaged, sold. So whenever you say somebody ain't urban enough, what you basically reinforcing is that blackness is a character trait. And you turn it up or down based on how comfortable the white audience is. Being black ain't got no fucking sliders.
Sliders on the black
Now everybody wants to attack Kevin Nash. I'm not attacking Kevin Nash. I'm attacking that idiotic, stupid ass mindset. Kevin Nash is a problem that's a part of something bigger. It's an entire generation of performers who came up in an era where white executives control how black talent got presented and processed. You're talking about black authenticity being filtered through white approval. Who the fuck are you to tell me if I'm black enough?
You mentioned that, right? And you talked about this before, not even like in terms of wrestling, but in terms of entertainment. We speak on black people, what happened to black people being just businessmen, or, great, or your fathers or something like that in people's lives and stuff like that. Like,
exactly. And it's a long history in American entertainment, not just wrestling. White gatekeepers deciding which versions of blackness are acceptable. You either got the polished one, the safe one. Oh, he's one of the good blacks, one of those types. Or it's the extra exaggerated street one, but something digestible. That's the only time. It's like you can't get one in the same because it's just like, oh, I'm unfamiliar to that, so I'm uncomfortable. This ain't what I've been shown. So when you get somebody like a Kevin Nash speaking on somebody not being urban enough, is channeling that history, even if that wasn't his intent. Oh, he just giving advice. He just giving advice like he gave to Raquel. It ain't the same fucking thing. You want to give advice? Talk about footwork. Talk about ring psychology. Talk about how to cut promos. His identity as a black man, he can't say shit to that. I don't give a fuck how old Kevin Nash is and how old Javon Evans is. Javon Evans is 21. Kevin Nash is like 60 something. Damn near 70. Well, he has a lot of life experience. He ain't got one fucking minute of his life ever being a black man. Javon Evans got 21 years of it. He lacks him and then some, and he's going to continue to lack. You can't speak to the black identity and what is and isn't acceptable. We'll decide that. You don't get to speak on that. You don't workshop a black person's blackness to your comfort. It don't work like that.
Hey,
But
bro, I kid you not.
this ain't critiquing someone's performance. What you're trying to do is police someone's culture. You can't do that. You don't get to speak on that. And let's be very fucking clear. If I haven't made it that way before, there is no single way to be black. There is no pre-approved template for blackness. There is no fucking checklist for blackness. You don't lose authenticity points because you don't perform a fucking stereotype. Blackness ain't never been monolithic. It ain't one cadence, one wardrobe, one energy, one band, one sound, none of that shit. It's all different types of that. And again, being a part of blackness, you'd understand the last two parts if you really tap in with the culture.
I kid you not. In the time of us recording this, I'm scrolling through Twitter, and the first thing I see on Twitter, Disney Jr. is under scrutiny. Disney Jr. And I'm like, why is Disney Jr. under scrutiny? They created a children's TV show called Captain Durag. Yo, you can't make this up. You can't.
Out of fucking control. Out of fucking control.
Who can be seen flying around with the durag covering his face as a mask, and it's part of his cape. That is nuts.
I'm not even going to get into that right now. That's fucking ridiculous. Whenever you imply that something isn't black enough and you're not a black person, whenever you say some shit like that, first of all, it's a level of audacity I like to call caucasity, because that's a level of audacity only Caucasians seem to have. It's a level of caucasity that's like urban enough. Like, who are you to speak upon anything as far as what is black?
That word urban just rubs you the wrong way.
It does, because we know exactly what they mean when they say it. Urban enough. What you're really doing is revealing your own limited imagination. Because in your limited life experience of dealing with people from that culture, you only know one thing. So you assume everybody's like that. That's your mistake.
Man said Mr. Bojangles. Jesus Christ.
Well, why are you making it a racial thing? Well, I didn't make racial shit.
You made this.
Urban is what made it racial. We know that. That is a term that has historically been coded around race to evaluate black performance presentation. Race, I didn't bring race in. Race was already in the room. Being around black culture don't give you authority over it, bro. I don't give a fuck what city you from. Oh, he's from Detroit. Don't care. He played basketball. I don't care. You can have a bunch of black friends, a bunch of black girlfriends. This is just like with the Cody shit. Oh, he married to a black woman. He got a black kid, and he still ain't fucking black.
Yeah, y'all keep trying to add this dude to the congregation for some reason. I'm not sure why. I keep seeing it on Twitter everywhere. I just saw a whole new image saying, "Oh, best black people to be champions."
Black wrestlers, artists, musicians, whatever the case may be. Support black people don't make you the referee of black authenticity. You being a liberal don't erase unconscious biases. You can appreciate some shit without owning it.
Into black.
You can admire something without defining it.
Yeah, marrying yourself into a black household don't make you black as well.
Black identity ain't a fucking costume that you adjust for ratings. It's not a marketing demographic. And it's not something that requires validation from a white wrestling legend to be legitimate. There are 1,000 ways to be black, and none of them require approval. None of them. And that's the fucking point.
Yeah, Kevin Nash, you wrong for this one, man. You wrong for this one. I gotta look at you through a whole new different lens now. And that's just how it is going forward.
Yeah, it's definitely a disappointment, brothers. Hopefully you find a way to try to make some type of amends to that. I think you personally need to reach out to Javon Evans and make an apology to that man publicly, not behind no closed door shit, because I'm a big proponent of, if the disrespect is public, the apology needs to be just as public.
Exactly. Y'all let us know how you think Kevin Nash should have handled this situation in the comment section down below. We definitely gonna disagree with you, but that's okay, because if you disagree with us, hey, the smoke is coming. Just know.
That's all right. Put your opinions. I'll be in the comments.
Exactly. Kevin Nash, all you had to say was he's just not my type of vibe. That's all you had to say. And you gone ahead and said this.
I learned a long time ago from my dad. Sometimes the best thing to say is nothing.
No. The fact is, he's black.